I want to talk a little bit about a store which is currently furnishing about half of my home. That is Ikea. So Ikea has been around for a long time. You may know this, you may not know this, depending on how old you are, but vintage Ikea furniture is now starting to be worth thousands of dollars, and there are some really valuable items that could be in your attic. Okay, so the Swedish manufacturer is becoming a collector's dream. Ikea was founded in 1943, and more than 60 years on, there are a handful of Ikea products that have become iconic. Each item's worth has rocketed. Now, unfortunately for most of us, these products, the Billy bookcase, the Poäng armchair, the Malm bed frame, remain insignificant in price. Do you have a Malm in your house?
No.
You have no Ikea?
No.
Where do you get your furniture from?
There's Ikea in our dining room. We have an Ikea table and chairs.
Well, there you go.
But I don't have nothing in my personal bedroom. I have pretty real furniture, thankfully.
Oak, handcrafted. Vintage furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Ikea.
Yeah.
I think their stuff's pretty cool. I mean, personally, I don't think the quality is that great for being lived on. A lot of the things that we've got in Ikea, really you're only going to get a couple of years out of it.
And that's
but
my
the nice
big
thing is you can replace it.
Yeah, my big thing is if I'm going to be spending money on anything, I want it to be worthwhile, and I feel like a lot of the things you buy from Ikea just aren't. But if you are just looking for something, for example, we needed a very small table because we don't have a huge dining area, and it's perfect. It's little. It fits in there perfectly. It was $40, and I was like,
$40, baby.
Let's do it. I was like,
a new one every
I'll buy
year.
that table. I could care less about what it does the job. It's perfect. But in bigger instances, when people are spending money on entire furniture sets and things like that, or moving from place to place, this is going to break as soon as you whatever you are building yourself or someone is building on demand, you just are not going to have the lifelong wear and tear that you want to have on something like this. And a lot of it isn't as cheap as $40. Even if you're spending $200, splurge. I think this is another thing that needs to be on the list of things that people my age spend a little bit more money on and get more time out of. I think you should have a nice dresser maybe, and maybe one other piece of furniture, and then you're good to go. And I would spend more money on something that you like a lot and you think you could keep forever.
So I found out something pretty interesting. About 2 years ago, I moved into a house. I moved from an apartment into a house. And we hired movers to help us get all of our crap into the house. And it was really interesting because one of the movers was telling me, he's like, I've been doing this job for decades now, and one thing that never fails, no matter what house I'm in, whether it's the crappiest house ever, cockroach infested, whatever, or I'm moving a millionaire into another mansion. No matter how rich or how poor you are, everyone has at least one piece of Ikea furniture in their house.
Yeah, definitely. Ikea, I feel like if you just need something and you want to go to one place and you don't want to search for it, you go to Ikea and you can find literally whatever you need, ever, in a million years.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like Ikea. I think for me, Ikea gets stressful, right as you're, it's really enjoyable as you're you eat at the food court and you walk through and you look at all the cool stuff and you're writing everything down. And then by the time you get to the warehouse area, I just want to die.
Yeah.
I'm I don't want to be here anymore.
It's super overwhelming.
Then you have to pick up all the heavy boxes,
Yeah, no.
then stand in the checkout line, which is usually too long, then put all the crap in your car, and then go home and assemble it.
See, that's a big thing, turn off for me too, is I feel like I really didn't know how to how Ikea worked. There's one really close to my house, my parents' house, and I just went in there. If I couldn't pick it up immediately, I was like, not today, not gonna happen. I was like, this is too much. There are too many people wandering around. There are children everywhere. The people that work here look like they're dealing with way too much. I'm not gonna have to try to track someone down and be like, SOS, I don't even know how this place works. And then you get to the warehouse and I'm like, bye, or literally run out the back. And I think the main reason I went there was to just see things in real life and just order them online.
And then order them online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. We're coming up on the break, but in case you were wondering, there's a clam chair that's worth £50,000. That was from the first year that Ikea came out. They have some bookshelves and cabinet combos for £3,000. A nice neon colored cardboard
super
chair
Art Deco.
that's going for £700. And there you have it, folks. Learn more, you can Google it. Most expensive IKEA furniture. We'll be right back.